Hi everyone, Sandra Duran Wilson here, and welcome to this week's Mixed Media Soul Sparks. Every week I try and bring you some new ideas or maybe just a fresh perspective of some old ideas. And this week I'm going to introduce you to a vinyl fabric. Now this is something I buy at the fabric store, and it comes in, it's like by the stuff that you cover chairs and things with. And it's usually made for table covers, and it comes in several different weights. Now this first one I'm going to be showing you is a thin weight, and I'll show you also the heavier weight, what you might do with it. But let me just give you a preview. Now this is a piece that I have painted, and I've painted it on both sides. I think I had used some alcohol inks over in this part. I'm going to be using only acrylic because the alcohol inks can fade out over time. But when you work on both sides, you can get some really interesting effects. And that's what I'm going to be showing you and what you can do with it afterward. So this particular piece, now it comes with this paper backing, and I just kind of kept it on here to move it about. But I took and I sprayed this marbleizing spray. It's a Krylon marbleizing spray, and it you have to do it outside, so I can't show you on the video, but you just kind of spray it. It makes this crazy pattern, like this. It's really wild. So that's going to be one of my layers, and then I'm just going to take and use fluid paints. You want to use either high flow, or if you're using like a tube paint, you're going to have to really dilute it. But let me show you something. If you put it on, it starts to bead up like that if there's a lot of water. So you can keep painting it. And here's another. This is a little bit heavier one. Put some over here. You can see how thick that is. So I'm going to come in with a knife, and it'll still work. It just might not be quite as transparent. But you can get some interesting effects doing this, mixing the two. Come back in with some alcohol. You know that trick. Just do a little spritz on there. I'm going to come back in with some high flow white. You can see it's very technical as far as how you have to put this on. And because this was a dry brush, I'm not getting that beading up effect. So that's how you control it. If you have water on your brush, it's going to want to bead up. If you flip this over, you can start to see that the first thing on, if I have it on this side, the first thing on was that spray. That's what you're going to see. Over here, you don't see it as well. Now, sometimes I like to have some open areas. So I can just go back in here with a paper towel, and I could start to blot off some. So you're just going to play with this. Of course, you're going to have to let this side dry before you want to flip it over and paint on the other side. But let's just take a look. I'll set it onto here. See how much it covers up that red? So what if I wanted more of that to show through? Here's an idea. You could take a stencil and put it on there and then wipe the paint off. You can actually use a stencil to put the paint on. Anything you do with acrylic paint on a regular surface, you can do on this acrylic. Now I just made that little resist pattern with the alcohol, and let's put it over here. This might be easier to see. And I can start to play with the ideas of how much do I want it to show, how much do I want to take off. But we could go on with that. Ink is another thing you could play with. And easy enough to Put the ink on, move it around. Paint pens. Paint pens are great, and I'm going to show you an idea of what you can do with the paint pens. I'll just move this away. Now you can start to see ways you can play with this. You can really develop your patterns this way. So this is how you play with this. And remember, keep working on both sides. Now let's say you get to a point where you want to adhere it. What you're going to do, like here, if I decided I want this to go up on top, do I want it to go this way, this way? You're just going to start to decide how you want it. Now you can trim it, you can cut it with just scissors. Let's go in here. And if I wanted to have an edge that wasn't such a straight edge, I can just go in and, cut a little bit of a decorative edge. However you want to do that. And what I'm going to use, and I would put it about like that. Then I come in with a gel gloss. This is a regular gel gloss. Let me just flip this over and let's just cut some of this off. Who knows, maybe I like that side better. I think I do. So before I glue it down, I can change my mind. And I'm just going to do a quick dash on here. And just take my gel, spread it onto my rigid surface. Now, of course, you could do the same thing on paper or fabric. And just put this into place, rub it down, and it's going to take it quite a while to dry because the plastic, it's not going to let a lot of oxygen underneath to dry the acrylic. But one of the things you'll be able to tell it's dry when that acrylic goes clear. So it's as simple as that. But let me show you a few other quick ideas of ways to use this. Now you might think, well, how archival is it? Well, it's probably not going to be as archival as a panel without that. But when you get it put on with the acrylic, it's gonna last. It shouldn't crack. Other ways we might use it may not be as long lasting. But let me show you some fun ideas. Here's a that out of the way. This is just an image from a calendar I pulled out. And I put a piece of the vinyl on top of it and took some paint markers and just started to play with the pattern. Now, when I was doing this, playing with the pattern, meaning I was tracing the shapes. And I could take this and put it, like glue it into a book, cut it out. I could even take and glue the image onto the back of this, just like I glued that vinyl onto the panel. Just kind of use a collage piece. A great fun idea. Look, see if you put it on top of something else. It becomes a whole different feeling. So think about these as like transparent layers that you can work with. You can also easily stitch and sew. I mean, this stuff is at the fabric store. It's made to be stitched to make covers for outdoor furniture or things like that. So it's very easy to stitch. You could take a hole punch and you can punch holes in it. Now, if you want to put this onto a canvas without gluing it, here's just a piece I'm working on. I would take this and put it around here, like, if you're stretching a canvas, and then just take a staple gun and then just, I'm not going to do it right now, but I would just staple it here, here, kind of cut this down to size, and then rather than gluing it, you just stretch it over an already stretched canvas. So that's another way to do it. Lots of ideas. You can play with any kind of paints, the acrylic paints, the inks, the sprays, Lumiere paints work well, collage, stitching, kind of goes on and on. But I'll make some notes for you, and oh, here's another little thing. You know, you've got these wires, you can put wires, you can hang things off of it, you could kind of stretch it onto, oh, anyway, I'll write some notes for you. So thanks for joining me this week. And oh, I have one other thing to show you. The heavier weight. So this is the heavier weight. It's very thick. And you could actually make a hanging, like attach a tree branch or something and paint this and have it hanging on your deck or in a window so the light moves through it. All right, that's it. Thanks. See you next week. Join the Creative Awakening community on Facebook, where you'll be able to post your art, connect with other creatives around the world, and ask questions. Use the hashtag #MixedMediaSoulSparks when posting your work on social media. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.